Welcome to BroadSign's Campaigns training video. Campaigns is the third video in our content and scheduling tutorial playlist. In this video, we will gain an overview of campaigns, configure the Add Campaign Wizard options, add a folder, book a campaign from the ribbon, book a campaign from Map View, edit campaign properties, and promote a campaign. A campaign is a collection of all of the information relevant to one of the content pieces in your loop. A campaign will contain the schedule, the content to play, its duration, along with some rules for the player. A campaign can target one or many screens at once. Each campaign can have its own schedule. By default, each campaign represents one play in the loop policy. The BroadSign administrator gives rules to the players. The players then generate their own playlists, reducing workload and increasing accuracy. By default, each campaign targets the whole domain. Using criteria, you can filter campaigns down to the desired screens. The criteria that are available are those we added during the initial network configuration. We configure each campaign to have its own schedule. Providing each campaign with its own schedule allows for optimal flexibility when deploying across the network. Campaigns schedule ad copies. A campaign can contain one or many ad copies. You can configure ad copies to rotate automatically or schedule them to play at different times or on different days. Before we add our first campaign, we should look at the Campaign Wizard options. When a user adds a campaign, the Add Campaign Wizard guides them. As a network administrator, you can configure which pages will appear in the wizard. It can mean the difference between 4 and 14 pages. In the top right corner of the interface, you have two drop-down menus. You can find the Campaign Wizard options in the drop-down list on the left, the Options menu. From the Options menu, select Change Options. Go to the Campaigns and Events tab. Please note, changes to the wizard occur at the application level, that is to say, at the level of your particular computer. Anyone logging into the administrator on your computer, no matter the user, will experience the wizard in the same way. The first section shows the automatic options. We can set various prompts in the administrator to either ask, always, or never. Now, what does this mean? Let's look at the first automatic option. Automatically promote newly created reservations and events. Reservations is another term for campaigns. Events are a particular type of campaign, which we describe in a later video in this playlist. You can configure the administrator to ask the user each time they create a campaign whether they want to promote it right away or put it in holding until promoted manually. You can configure the administrator to never promote it right away, to always put it into a holding pattern first. Or you can configure the administrator to automatically promote a campaign once you create it. Your choice depends on your company's workflow. For example, if you are the person doing the scheduling and approving, you may have this set to always auto-promote. However, if you do not have the final say, you may not have the right to promote a campaign, and this would be set to never. For the purposes of this training, we'll set it to ask. A prompt at the end of the campaign wizard will ask us if we want to promote it. Below the automatic options, we can see the wizard options. They allow us to include additional wizard pages when we're creating a campaign. A lot of these are optional since not every network will require them. For example, mobile is only available to clients with the BroadSign Mobile add-on enabled. For our training, we're interested in the category and criteria targeting. So go ahead and check these off. For more details about these other wizard options, see Campaigns options in the online documentation. Go ahead and click OK. We've just configured the Campaign Wizard. As with other resources, we will first add a folder to keep things organized. If you have an existing folder structure, you can skip ahead to Adding a Campaign. From among the resource tabs on the left, select Campaigns. Then, from any ribbon, click the folder icon. We'll call the folder Promo Videos and click Finish. The folder will appear in the work area in both the folder panel and the list panel. It's time to create a campaign. In the Schedules ribbon, select the campaign icon. Select a folder for your campaign. We'll use the Promo Videos folder we created in the last video. Click OK. As with all resources, descriptive names are always best, so here I will call it Promo Video. And click Next. The Display Unit Targeting page appears. If you do not see this, make sure it is active in the options. This page is where we can select which display units to target based on the criteria we assigned previously. For the moment, we'll skip this step, but we'll return to it soon. Click Next. The Frame Criteria Targeting page appears. After you decide which screens the campaign will target, we next decide which frames of the screen will target. As before, we'll skip this for now and come back to it in a minute. Click Next. Here we see the Add Copy Selection page. We'll select which content, images or videos, will play on our screen. We can choose from content that someone in the network already uploaded and approved. In this example, I'll select my promotional video. Please note, you can select more than one piece of content. If you do, your campaign will rotate each piece of content once per loop. Click Next. The Category Separation page is next. It allows us to decide what kind of content this will be. By categorizing each piece of content, we will allow the software to automatically sort the playlist each player has. Click Select. You can choose from the categories available. However, since this is a promo video and I don't have a promo category, I can add a new category on the fly. Right-click the separation folder and select Add Category. Type in Promo and click Next. Since this will be a separation category, select it and deselect all. Click Finish. Expand the separation folder and you'll see Promo in the list. Select it and then click OK. And click Next. The Date Range page appears. It is fairly self-explanatory. Each campaign will have its own start and end date. By default, a campaign starts today and lasts for 1 month. You can change this by clicking the button on the right of each date to view a small calendar. Or you can enter the date directly in the date box. If you have a network that schedules based on a broadcast month, you can select the month and year directly from a drop-down menu. For our example, we'll keep with the default settings. Click Next. The Duration page appears. If you uploaded a video, the administrator will populate this field automatically with the length of the video. If you uploaded an image, Flash, or HTML file, you'll need to enter a value. The player will display the content on the screen for the length of time you want. The Saturation feature modifies the number of times a campaign will play in a loop. For more details, see the online documentation. I'll leave the duration at 19 seconds, the length of my video. At this point, the software calculates how many frames we're targeting. In this case, we're targeting 12 frames. If we click Details, the software will show us what it is targeting. To view the targeted frames, expand each level. Or select all frames and press Shift and 8 together. This may be different on non-US keyboards. Once expanded, we can see that we're targeting all 3 frames of each of the 4 display units that we have. This campaign, if promoted, will end up playing on every screen in each zone. Since it is unlikely that this is what we want, we have 2 options. One is to select the location from which you want the ad removed. Click on Location to Zone 2, and then click Remove. But this could take a long time on larger networks and be very prone to human error. The other is to use criteria to narrow down the results. Close the Details page, and using the back button, return to the Display Unit Criteria Targeting page. If we click the plus button under the Matching All box, we can select one of the criteria we added before. In this case, from the Geographical folder, we'll add New York. Click OK, and click Next. On the Frame Criteria page, we'll select which part of the screen we'll target. Click the plus button, expand the Frame folder, and select Main. Click OK. If we then skip back through the wizard without making any other changes, we can see that our targeted frames has gone from 12 to 1. If we select Details once more, we can see what we've targeted. Click OK, and click Finish. In the Campaign Wizard Options video, we set the automatic option to Ask. As a result, the administrator asks us if we want to promote this campaign and set it running. For this example, we'll click Yes. We can also create a campaign from the map view. First, we'll need to geolocate a display unit so that it appears in map view. Then, we'll create the campaign. Go ahead and, from among the resource tabs on the left, select Display Units. If we try and select Map View from the view bar, the administrator lets us know that we haven't given this display unit an address yet. So go back to Explorer View and select our original display unit, and from the view bar, select Edit. In the General section, go to the Address tab. For our example, as this display unit is in New York, let's set the location as LaGuardia Airport, or you can use any location you want. Click Geolocate. The software will tell you if the name alone is enough, or if you need a full address. A small Google Map view appears in the window below, showing you the location of your display unit. Click Apply or OK. From the view bar, select Map View. To book a campaign from this view, at the bottom of the map, select Book Campaign. Select our Promo Videos folder and click OK. Let's call this campaign Promo Video 2 and click Next. For display unit criteria, as this is in New York, let's select New York. Click Next. and we'll target the main frame. And click Next. On the Add Copy selection page, select or add another video ad copy. I'll use Promo Video 2. And click Next. We'll use the promo category again. Click OK. And click Next. We'll use the default start and end date. Click Next. And on the duration page, the administrator pre-fills the content because we're using a video. Click Next. Now, based on our criteria selection, we're targeting one display unit. If we go to the Details section, we can see exactly what we're targeting. Select All Frames, then Shift and 8 to expand. This network currently has one active player and is assigned to the Location 1 main lobby display unit. The Broadsign administrator will only estimate repetitions on display units that have active players associated to them. Click OK. And Finish to accept the campaign settings you've entered. When asked if we want to promote this campaign, select No. In the next video, we can compare a promoted campaign to a non-promoted campaign. Let's see our new campaign in Map View. From among the resource tabs on the left, select Campaigns. From the Promo Videos folder, select Promo Video 2. And from the view bar on the right, select Map View. Because we have booked our campaign from a geolocated display unit, the campaign is also geolocated. Let's take a closer look at some of the campaign properties. If still in Map View, from the view bar, select Edit. If you look under the General tab, next to State, you'll see that this campaign is in a held state. At this point, it is not live, as we did not promote it. If we go to the Media section, we can see the content for this campaign. If we want, we can change content in both held and promoted campaigns. The Preview section allows you to see the content in the campaign. Next, go to the Plans section. Under the Frames tab, if we select Generate and then Expand, we can view the frames this campaign is targeting. From here, we can add or remove additional screens. Once we have created and reviewed a campaign so that we're happy with it, or have made any changes to it, we can promote it. Promoting a campaign sets it to live on the network. To do so, go to the General section, under the General tab, and under State, click the Promote button. The campaign state will go from held to contracted. Once finished, click OK to complete the campaign. Campaigns are a very important part of the day-to-day use of Broadsign software. Each piece of content that you want to schedule to your screens will have its own campaign. If, after watching this video, campaigns are still unclear, we recommend that you review the video. Mastering campaigns will help your workflow.